Arch Warhammer and now Razorfist is talking about gatekeeping people. And it's very interesting because the first time I heard the word gatekeeping, it was from the social justice activist publications like Kotaku, Polygon, and all the rest. They're the first one that brought gatekeeping in a very upside down world because I was really shocked about their history revisionism. You see, I'm kind of old and I lived through the history. I lived in a time when being a geek was severely unpopular. Like now, everyone is a geek, at least my age. But back then, most people didn't have computers. It was very unusual to have someone play video games. And what would end up happening is that you would get bullied for it. The popular kids would bully you. Like I had someone throw my R2D2 toy in the toilet. And the reason they would bully you was for your own benefit, because you had to grow up. That's why they bullied you. Like, when are you going to stop playing games? When are you going to stop reading comic books? These are for children. You shouldn't play with these things. And girls themselves would tell you this, right? Like, no girl would want to hang around the unpopular kids. And then come the progressive publications like Kotaku and Polygon, and they're like, no, you see, geekdom is a boys-only club, and boys just want to keep girls out from the hobby, and we are here to make sure that we let girls in. And I'm thinking, like, what on earth are you talking about? Like, the very rare opportunity when there was a girl that was actually interested in the hobby, she was treated like a queen. Like, everyone wanted to be around her, because all the people there, they lacked attention from the opposite sex. Not sexual attention, any type of attention. Like, no woman would look at you, right? And here you have a girl that shares the same hobbies with you. Like, I'm sorry to say this, but I believe men and women are meant to complete each other. So, if a woman shares the same hobbies as you, that's a keeper. Like, what type of person goes like, oh, you know what? Why do we have a girl here? As a geek, I am covered in pussy. I can't keep the girls away from me. Why can't I just push them away from it? That never happened, all right? Like, that is only in the mind of the progressives. And I feel like they knew they were lying, but they were doing it anyway. So what do we mean by them gatekeeping? Well, they're gatekeeping like a motherfucker. I mean, they share block lists with each other on Twitter. They are raging bigots. Even before getting to talk with them, like Razorfist points out here, he's already blocked. They're sharing block lists. They're dividing the community. They're toxic as fuck. They're destroying the hobbies. What do I mean by destroying the hobbies? Well, go 10 years ago, use the Wayback Machine, and go to a Star Wars forum. And see that people are talking about Star Wars. Now go about 3 years ago and you see that people are talking about immigration, Donald Trump, the wall. I don't fucking care. What does that have to do with Star Wars? Absolutely nothing. But if you don't agree with those things and their hot takes on politics, they're going to ban you from the forum. And that's what they're doing systematically to every single hobby where they're going in. They're gatekeeping actual folks and they're ruining the thing. And I think we need to fight back. And in order to fight back, you need to do the same thing that they're doing. Although, it's not going to be as effective because they didn't win by gatekeeping. They won by infiltrating. So they pretended, hey, I'm a hello, fellow geeks. I'm a fellow geek like you. I don't care about socialism. I don't have Karl Marx tattooed on my cock. No, I just like video games. Don't call me a fake geek, because if you call me a fake geek, I'll get upset. And they managed to get positions of power. They managed to become moderators. Oh, I only want inclusion. I want everyone to play this game. I have power now. Bad. When I ban 90% of you, then we're going to be inclusive. I'm a Marxist. And these are the people that have ruined all the hobbies everywhere. And the only solution that you have is to gatekeep. And by the way, even if it wouldn't be effective, it's funny as fuck. I made a video where it showed Japanese artists finally gatekeeping against these sociopaths. And what I mean by this, like, you would have like 20 or 30 kids on Twitter that would go on Discord and they would start harassing Japanese artists. So you'd have a Japanese artist that drew a ushikushi lady or something like that. And then they would start criticizing that, calling it unrealistic. It's like, where are her organs? Going like the Chinese government when looking at the Uyghur woman. It's like, where are her organs? Her organs, where are her organs? And by criticizing and saying these things, the Japanese artist would think that he did something wrong, that he actually offended people. And he would take down his artwork that he worked really hard in order to create. And it became such a problem that at one point the Japanese artists actually got together and said, look, they're taking advantage of our culture. Like, we operate in a culture where we're trying not to offend other people, where we're trying to be nice, and they're taking advantage of that. They're Westerners, okay? They're not part from our culture. What they're doing is entertaining for them. Like, they get a power rush whenever they get one of us to take down our art. So these are the symbols which you can recognize if a person is genuine or not, and you can also use your own brain to figure out if it's legitimately a person that is one of your fans, or is just someone that's trying to take you down. Oh my god, they got so livid. Holy shit, like you have no idea how upset and pissed off they got. Because they were now being gatekept from the conversation. Like, they would come in, they would complain about a Japanese artist, and they would get blocked. Holy shit, like they were livid. Oh, it's not nice. You know, it reminds me when Trump started blocking journalists. Oh, that was no. Oh, they went to the Supreme Court with all that. Oh, how dare you block us? They even said, like, blocking is a form of violence in their publications, right? I'm not talking about the legal aspect of it. I'm just talking like they don't like getting blocked, is what I'm saying, all right? Now, we don't have the terms of service to create rules, like, for example, you shouldn't brigade people. No, we don't have that, but what we can do is to block them. You can definitely block them. So when they come at you and it's like, oh, can I play at your table? Ha ha, can I play? Let's make inclusion here happen, guys. Ha ha ha, let's make inclusion. You're like, fuck off. Fuck off. Go to another table, okay? Play with like-minded people like you. Just fuck off. This is not your table. That's the correct response. When they go like, oh, what are her organs? Oh, what are her organs? None of your fucking business. Alright? I understand your criticism. I take it into consideration. Now fuck off. This is exactly the way you need to treat these individuals. The exact same way you treat a racist. You need to respond to their takes. Like, don't even engage. Just say ew or oh, that's gross. Oh my god, is that the hill you want to die on? Just repeat their phrases and don't engage. Hopefully, what's going to happen is that if a lot of people do this, I don't have a control over this. I can just make the video, but it's up to people to actually put this into practice. But if a lot of people do this, you're going to notice, like, fandoms popping up where people are having fun and they're enjoying themselves. And the fandoms that they still have and cling to are going to be very miserable, depressing places to be. Looking like mini Soviet Unions where people are afraid of getting banned over jokes and other nonsense like that. And then you're going to have the gamers that are actually having fun. They're joking, they're doing banter, they're doing all the things that we used to do back in 2015 when things were still great. And everyone is going to have fun, and everyone is going to want to be part of our little clubs and have fun with us. And it could only work if you start excluding these people. Like, the moment you get a whiff, the moment you get a hint that the person is pro-censorship or they're not really enjoying the hobby and they're there for other reasons, block and mute. And encourage other people to block and mute. Like, I don't want to play with you. Well, why should I play with you? You know, like, even my mom wouldn't force me to play with all the kids. Like, if I didn't want to play with a kid, I didn't have to. It was my choice. It's called freedom of association. Are they going to go after that as well? Probably. I don't know. But I know that no force on the universe can force me to interact with someone I don't want to interact with. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.